Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Indy, and today we're reviewing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a new entry into the asymmetrical survival horror genre based on the 1974 film. If you're a fan of horror and haven't seen it already, stop watching this and go watch it. Okay, so the game itself is set in 3 different locations. Not all at once, of course, but each match will start off at either the family house, slaughterhouse, or my personal favorite, the gas station. Before the match begins, you must choose whether to play as a victim or the family. As the family, you get to choose from the cook, the hitchhiker, Johnny, Sissy, and of course, Leatherface himself. I'll admit, I'm pretty terrible as Leatherface, so I would switch between Johnny and Sissy. Each family member has their own special abilities, such as Sissy can blow poison mist at you, or Johnny can spot footprints to see little victims hiding. Now, as the family, you start off either above ground with the regular characters or below ground in the tunnels with Leatherface, and you're down there with the victims. Your goal to stop them from escaping by slaughtering all of them, hopefully, some before they get above ground. Easier said than done, by the way. On the victim side, you choose from Julie, Leland, Sunny, Anna, and my personal favorite, who you don't mess with, Connie. Each character has their own special ability, like you can shoulder check with Leland or picking locks without making noise with Connie. Your goal as the victim is obviously escaping through one of 3 possible routes. You will have to pick locks, disconnect batteries, do a match game in the fuse box, turn on valves, and survive by any means necessary. Running, slamming doors, stabbing family members with bones, jumping out windows, crawling through tight spaces, jumping down wells, and just plain old hiding are some of the ways to avoid getting brutally murdered. All of these tactics will depend on how well the family members play together. If the family members are new and don't know what to do or simply just don't care, then it will make for quite an easy match. Also, each playable character can be upgraded with skill points using the skill tree, and you can respec in order to tinker with your character's strengths. Now, when I played the technical test, I pretty much stayed with the victims for the most part, only dabbling on the family side a little bit. Now that it's fully released, I've been playing with friends and having a great time playing as the family. Now we've rotated between the two depending on how many people we have, because you can only play in the public matches with up to 4 friends, and that's one too many to play as the family. Of course, you can do custom matches, but with only 4 people, it's not really all that great. Plus, someone has to be Leatherface at all times or the match will not start, and it'll kick you all the way back to the lobby. Not 100% a fan of that, but I understand why it's implemented. Now, as the family, it's imperative to work together. If you're not paying attention, even for a split second to the locked areas, those little slippery victims, they can be gone. One of the most helpful things you can do is feed Grandpa. Feeding blood you collect from buckets or by hurting victims to Grandpa will raise his ability of locating victims for you. So make sure to take care of him, because the victims can attack him and incapacitate him as well. You also want to strategize with your family members. Who is watching what area, who is hooking up the car battery to electrify the gate, who is, where is Leatherface going to hang out in the map, and simply put, who is doing what to ensure the victims cannot escape easily. Now, having played both sides of it and having those in my pocket, I feel I have pretty good understanding on how the game works and how it should be played. I've been following social media accounts as well, just to get their perspective on the game and the overall consensus, as the game, to see if the game, how people think of the game and if they're having fun playing it as well. Mainly, when you play with a group of friends, I would say that it's a whole lot more fun than playing alone. Kind of like in most of these type of games, if you're playing with a group of friends, you're just gonna enjoy it more. And I would concur on this sentiment, especially if you're playing as the family members. And while I thoroughly enjoy this game, there are some concerns. First off, being there needs to be some balancing, implemented in the game. Is the game terrifying to be chased by Leatherface through the tunnels? Absolutely. Is he overpowered like he should be? Nope, not in my opinion at all. As a matter of fact, when the match starts, you must escape bindings as a victim, and making noise has zero consequences at the moment. This should be fixed, as it's clearly meant to be avoided in the beginning of the game. Next, there are some spots in the maps that need to be adjusted. For example, the gas station has a door where you can escape and completely bypass the generator and gate altogether. That seriously seems like a flaw in the design, because it's incredibly easy to sneak out that way if the victims split up in groups. And lastly, there has been some bugs that you wouldn't think would occur, especially after the technical test went so well. And you shouldn't have to uninstall the game and then reinstall it because there's some kind of glitch. Speaking of the glitch, XP for the family members do not get rewarded enough for their efforts, if you ask me. I'm just saying. The victims, they get quite a good XP boost, and I don't see why it wouldn't be the same for the family members. There are also glitches I've seen where people get stuck in the environment when performing a kill. I haven't experienced this yet, but it's definitely a thing, and I kind of feel like I probably would have experienced it by now, but I haven't. The game also feels a tad lacking at the moment. I mean, I thought there would be way more cosmetics and stuff for each characters. I get that there is stuff coming, that has already been said by the devs, but some of the characters they have like zero cosmetics or anything to choose from. My hope is for new maps as soon as possible, though. Playing the gas station on what feels like repeat can be annoying as hell, and yes, it's my favorite map, but I want the challenge of other maps as well. Not sure why we get that same map so much, but we do. I think we got gas station like 5 times in a row at one point. Now, even though there are some negatives and some concerns, the overall game itself is fantastic. It looks great, the characters are awesome, and being stalked by the family is tense and terrifying. I can't remember the last time I've screamed and laughed and just had so many like oh no moments in a game. This one is a whole lot of fun, and it really does look great. All the scenes and each area that you go to has its own like little story. I mean, it's so much fun. Down in the tunnels, it's dark and it's terrifying at times. Being out in new areas and just seeing all the stuff that you can kind of recognize from maybe the movies and everything is really cool. I mean, this one really, it's a truly a great example on how to pay homage to a movie by making a game. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a staple in the horror genre. It's been done over and over again just because it's a crazy and wild story to tell. What we have here in a game form is no different. It feels like a new story each match, and the terrifying moments make for a romping good time. Playing as the family has me reminiscing of playing as Jason Voorhees for the first time, yet there are 3 of you now. It's brutal, it's fun, it's downright disturbing at times, and I absolutely love it. The scenes in this game really bring you back to a time when horror movies went for simplicity and scared you to death with its atmosphere. The game captures this feeling so well that it has me excited for the future. While there are some hiccups with it at the moment, and there are some balancing issues that need to be taken care of, I think this will all be addressed, and the new content will keep the game fresh and exciting. I could be wrong, hopefully not, but the future of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks about as good as Leatherface in his stitched up skin mask, and that's something to be excited about. thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I've played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the PC, and it works really well on that. And I've played it on the PS5 and PS4 version. I've played this game, and everything seems to work really well. Like I said, there are hiccups and there are some glitches, you know, for them to work out. But other than that, the game is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing this with my friends quite a bit. So I can see myself playing it for some time, and I can't wait to see what new maps and content is coming in the near future. So yeah, this game should be around for a while. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to see what comes and what they have in store for us. Yeah, other than that, again, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.